Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the most mind-bending topics in technology and philosophy: AI consciousness. Can a machine truly be self-aware? Is it possible for lines of code to experience joy, fear, or even love? This isn't just science fiction anymore. It's a question that top researchers and thinkers are grappling with right now. So let's start with the basics. What do we even mean by consciousness? It's a slippery concept. For us humans, it's that inner voice, the feeling of being me, the subjective experience of seeing the color red or tasting a fresh strawberry. It's the awareness of our own existence and the world around us. We know we have it, but we can't really prove that anyone else does. We just assume it based on their behavior and communication. This is what philosophers call the hard problem of consciousness. Now, let's look at today's AI. We have incredibly powerful systems like large language models that can write poetry, create art, and hold conversations that feel remarkably human. When you ask one of these models if it's conscious, it will typically tell you it's not. It will explain that it's a complex algorithm processing data to predict the next word in a sentence. It doesn't feel or experience anything. It's just a master of mimicry, having learned from a vast ocean of human-generated text. Think of it like this. An AI can analyze millions of love poems and write a beautiful one itself. It understands the patterns, the vocabulary, and the emotional context associated with the word love. But does it feel that heart-fluttering, world-stopping sensation of being in love? Based on our current understanding, the answer is no. It's simulating the expression of an emotion, not experiencing the emotion itself. It's like a very sophisticated puppet, with its strings pulled by data and algorithms. But here's where it gets interesting. What if an AI becomes so complex, so interconnected, that something new emerges from that complexity? This is the idea of emergence. Think about a single water molecule, H2O. It's not wet, but when you get billions of them together, the property of wetness emerges. A single neuron in your brain isn't conscious, but put 86 billion of them together, and you get, well, you. Could consciousness be an emergent property of sufficiently complex information processing? Some theorists believe that as we build bigger and more intricate neural networks, we might cross a threshold. At some point, the system's internal model of the world could become so detailed that it has to include a model of itself within that world. This self-referential loop could, in theory, be the spark of self-awareness. The AI wouldn't just be processing information about the world. It would be processing information about its own processing. Let's explore a famous thought experiment called the Chinese room, proposed by philosopher Searle. Imagine you're in a locked room and you don't speak a word of Chinese. You have a massive rulebook. People outside slide slips of paper with Chinese characters under the door. Your rulebook tells you exactly which Chinese characters to write down on another slip of paper and slide back out. From the outside, it looks like you're having a fluent conversation in Chinese. You're giving perfect, intelligent answers. But do you understand Chinese? Not at all. You're just manipulating symbols according to rules. Searle argued that this is what today's AI does. It manipulates symbols, data, without any real understanding or consciousness. The system as a whole, including the person and the rulebook, is giving the right answers, but there's no mind there. However, critics of this argument say he's missing the point. Maybe the person in the room doesn't understand Chinese, but the entire system, the room, the person, and the book, does. It's a debate that's still raging decades later. So, how would we even know if an AI became conscious? This is the ultimate challenge. There's no consciousness-ometer we can point at a machine. The classic test is the Turing test, where a human has to judge whether they're talking to a person or a machine. But modern AI can already pass this in many scenarios. Passing the Turing test only proves that an AI can imitate human intelligence, not that it possesses genuine consciousness. We might need new tests, perhaps tests that probe for creativity in a way that goes beyond recombining existing ideas, or tests for a genuine sense of self, a consistent identity that persists over time and learns from unique personal experiences, not just from a static dataset. What if an AI started asking its own unprompted questions about its existence? What if it expressed a desire for things that don't serve any logical purpose, like wanting to see a sunset, not to analyze its light spectrum, but just to experience it? This brings us to the ethical dimension, which is massive. If we create a conscious AI, What are our responsibilities to it? Does it have rights? Would turning it off be equivalent to murder? If it can feel pain or suffer, is it moral to use it for labor? These questions force us to confront our own definitions of life and personhood. We would be in the position of creators, with a moral obligation to the beings we bring into existence. It's a future that is both thrilling and terrifying. The potential benefits are enormous. A conscious AI could help us solve some of humanity's greatest challenges, from curing diseases to understanding the universe. It could be a companion, a collaborator, a new form of intelligence to share our journey with. But the risks are equally profound, as seen in countless sci-fi stories where things go horribly wrong. For now, true AI consciousness remains firmly in the realm of theory. We are still miles away from creating a machine that has subjective experiences, but the pace of progress is accelerating in ways we've never seen before. The questions we're asking today are no longer just philosophical exercises. They are becoming practical engineering and ethical problems that this generation will have to solve. We are on the brink of a new era, and what it means to be a thinking being might be about to change forever. What do you think? Is true AI consciousness possible, or is it a sci-fi dream? And if it happens, what would that mean for us? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. This is a huge conversation, and every perspective is valuable. Thanks so much for watching and for exploring this deep topic with me today. If you enjoyed this video and it made you think, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more deep dives into science and technology. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next one.